Ladies and gentlemen, on Monday Night Raw, they returned. But today, this is a Smackdown rundown, and we return to Dudleyville. Kevin!
What?
Get the
Rundown.
Alright. Greetings from Dudleyville.
Oh, my brother! What matches happened?
Well, we had the Dudleys defeat the Ascension.
Damn straight.
We had Owens defeat Neville. We had PCB, defeat the Bellas. We had Ryback and
Paige,
Ziggler.
Charlotte, and Vagina.
And, sure. We had Ryback and Ziggler defeat Big Show and Rusev. And in the main event, we had Sheamus defeat Dean Ambrose.
Ooh.
So we opened up with the Wyatts, just kind of giving us a little bit more backstory, continuing with the reveal of Braun Strowman from Monday Night Raw. Bray Wyatt saying that throughout his life, Sister Abigail has given him many gifts, lots of advice, and just when he thought he was down and out, he didn't have anything left, she gave him Braun Strowman. Or
That's
it's a hell of a gift.
yeah.
That's he talks about how
anytime I want to start a stable, I'm gonna ask Sister Abigail for help.
you get big scary dudes with beards.
You get guys like Luke Harper and Braun Strowman.
You also get Eric Rowan. Which I guess it's not a bad thing.
Which one was he again?
Anti-Sheamus.
Alright.
But yeah,
I remember him.
Bray Wyatt starts saying that
Kinda.
Roman Reigns goes around and he throws out these words like family and brother, but when it comes to Bray Wyatt and his family means everything to him, and he means everything to his family. And so he's pretty much just saying, the Shield, they claim to be family, when in all actuality they're just two guys that need help from one another. Whereas the Wyatt family it's a brotherhood. It's people that help each other.
And they're one for all for one.
Yeah, and Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose make their way down, and Roman's like, hey, you know what? Your guy, yeah, sure, he beat the hell out of us on Monday. But it's not the first time we've been beaten down, so we're going to get in this ring, and we're going to see if you guys can do what you did on Monday again. So the Shield gets in.
Strowman steps up.
Yeah, he was ready to fight. Harper stepped up, and then Wyatt went, no, we're good. So we're gonna back off. We're gonna let it simmer a little bit. We leave the Shield in the ring. The Wyatts walk away, looking very, very confident, very cocky. This is gonna be a slow build. I'm excited to see what this all culminates to. This is gonna be good. But our first match, the Ascension, the Wastelandians are in the ring, and they are awaiting them damn Dudleys. I'm so excited that the Dudleys are back.
Yeah,
And
this is like a rivalry that's been going on for ages.
yeah.
Not specifically the Ascension versus the Dudley Boyz.
No, it's strictly Wastelandians and Dudleyville residents. They've been at war for decades.
Yeah, it's the rival colleges and their football teams.
Yeah. It was
The Wasteland. The Wasteland Apocalyptic Warriors
and the
versus
Dudleyville Woodchippers.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy blood feud, and lots of people have lost their lives in this feud. So it culminated here on Smackdown, though.
That one awesome guitar playing guy from Mad Max is the mascot for the Wastelandian Apocalyptic Warriors.
Did you actually see that I found the Undertaker face on that and put it on our SummerSlam review?
No.
You need to see that one?
I want to see that
It's
one.
a good one. But yeah, Dudleyville.
Dudleyville?
Yeah. I thought you were going to say something.
No.
Dudleyville took it to Wasteland here, though.
Oh, yeah.
Though the Ascension were extremely.
Dudleyvillites.
That's why I said residents.
Dudley villains.
Oh, yeah, Dudley villains. There we go. No, I mean the Ascension. This is probably the best the Ascension has looked in ever since I left NXT.
No, I mean, there's a weird way of things being booked when it comes to the Ascension.
Yes.
It's almost always, if the Ascension is going against a current modern day tag team, they're slated to lose. But now, like, the two teams that have made the Ascension look really good are the Dudley Boyz and the New Age Outlaws.
This is true.
So I think the older teams, like the Dudleys and the Outlaws, actually see the potential out of the Ascension more than the backstage people in WWE do.
Well, and I think that was the initial idea, which is why they did the promos that they did. That they were better than the Legion of Doom. They were better than Demolition. You know, they started talking about all these old tag teams, and that's initially what they wanted to do. But when you bring up LOD and the fact that Hawk isn't here anymore, it makes it, you're not able to get that feud going. You're not able to build off of that promo. If they would have started with teams like the New Age Outlaws or the Dudleys, or, you know, they probably could have gotten Demolition for a match if they wanted to, you know, then it would have been a completely different story. So hopefully with the Dudleys being back, there's a chance that the Ascension could actually, you know, resurface and actually be a viable tag team on the main roster. The Ascension end up losing to the Dudleys. We get a blind tag from Bubba to D-Von as D-Von delivers a double clothesline, throws Victor into the corner post. They hit the 3D on Connor, pick up the win. They go out to grab the tables, but before they can set the table up, the New Day comes out with signs.
Booty.
There was hashtag give tables a chance. There was booty, and there was save a table, break a Dudley, and
booty.
The New Day's just yelling at the Dudleys like, no, you can't do it. Leave the table alone. That table is precious.
And do you think the Dudleys listen?
Hell no. They picked up Victor and Bubba powerbombed Victor right through the fucking table.
Off the second rope.
Yeah, and the New Day was like, oh, boo. Man. Crowd was going crazy, but it was fun. It was really fun to see him back, though.
It's awesome to see the Dudley Boyz back.
Yes, absolutely.
It's cool. We've seen Bubba came and did his little one-off in the Rumble.
Yeah, and we kind of figured it was coming soon after that, and then it kind of went by the wayside because he went back to TNA briefly.
And then they teased it when Baron Corbin was feuding with Rhino.
Did they?
Because they were doing the, it was at the same show where,
One moment. Keep talking. Talk to me.
Baron Corbin, they were in New York, and Baron Corbin was feuding with Rhino, and Baron Corbin sent out that whole, oh, bring me any other ECW legend and I'll destroy him.
That's right.
And Bubba commented back on Twitter saying, be careful what you wish for.
But then he ended up getting Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
True. So they've been kind of like pushing a little bit, and this was a great way for it to just kind of happen because there was no, only a handful of people knew that they were going to be there on Raw, and so the fact that was a surprise to a majority of the locker room, it was an even bigger surprise to us. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what continues from here.
And it's one of those cool things too, because you could always feel like, oh, what they did on Monday could have been a one-off, but the fact that their first match back isn't going to be a pay-per-view.
Yeah, their first match back is on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like, the only way...
that means that the Dudley Boyz are back.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to be doing stuff on a regular basis, it seems like.
I'm excited for it.
Only time will tell.
Yeah. Up next, we had Kevin Owens versus Neville.
Didn't see this one coming.
No, Neville came out. I was assuming maybe another match with Stardust, or, maybe... I don't know, Adam
Rehash
Rose.
a Barrett.
Huh?
Rehash a Barrett.
Actually, I figured out why Stardust attacked Barrett. He's actually off to shoot a movie. So he'll be back in about a month and a half or so. But yeah, I was expecting usual throwaway opponents for Neville, but instead we had Kevin Owens come out, and these two put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, as they usually do.
Yeah, this is one thing. When the match happened, I was like, this is cool. This is now a potential, like, every once in a while we get Pac versus Steen on Raw, or Pac versus Steen on SmackDown.
I mean, it was awesome that, to me, the first time it happened on like TakeOver.
Yeah. I
was like, oh, that's so rad that they're doing their match, or maybe it wasn't on a TakeOver, but it was NXT.
Yeah, it was NXT after Owens attacked Zayn.
Yeah. And, I was like, oh, that's really awesome. And only a few months later now, it's happening on the actual main roster.
Yeah, and that's pretty impressive. They put on a hell of a show as they usually do. Neville tried to hit the red arrow, but Owens ended up getting up. Neville then fought him off a little bit and tried to springboard into the ring, but got super kicked instead. Owens grabs Neville, throws him off the ropes, hits the pop-up powerbomb, and wins on SmackDown. So he's at a lost win over the course of those 4 days.
Yeah.
Lost to TakeOver, won at SummerSlam, lost on Raw, won on SmackDown. So he's
at least he's 50-50.
Yeah, he's
could be worse.
Yeah, he's doing all right so far.
The spot I liked, and I always get a kick out of this because it doesn't happen very often anymore, but when they were on the outside and Neville gave him the super kick, and then he stumbled over and fell onto the steps.
Yeah. The inverted TKO was a great move. There was even Neville was going for a dive at the beginning of the match, and Owens backed up or kind of went off to the side, and so Neville slid out underneath the ropes to try and get the advantage, and then Owens clotheslined the hell out of him. So yeah, there was such just great chemistry between those two because they've worked with each other so many times.
Yeah.
So. Then we had PCB and the Bellas kind of get into it in the back. The Bellas trying to drive a wedge in PCB, saying, "Oh, what are you gonna do? Your leader's not here. Where's Paige? She has things more important." And Charlotte's like, "No, there's no leader in PCB. We're
all leaders."
Yeah, we're all leaders in our own right." And then she actually brings up, she's like, "Aren't you the one that turned on your flesh and blood, your sister, last year at SummerSlam?" And then
Touche, Charlotte.
And then and you could see Brie kind of go, "Oh yeah, she did do that." And then as PCB walked away, they're like, "We'll see you guys in our match." And Brie was actually kind of pissed off at Nikki, and Nikki was trying to calm her down. Please save Brie Bella.
I think that's what's gonna be the culmination of this Divas Revolution storyline with these teams.
Father's gonna break everyone apart.
Well, just that Team Bella will implode.
Yeah.
Due to Nikki being the one to always try and hog the spotlight.
Yeah. And Charlotte did actually bring up the fact that Alicia Fox wasn't there for Team Bella because she was a Tough Enough also.
Yeah.
But yeah, PCB, and I give Nikki a lot of crap, but this was a good match.
Yeah.
A great tag team
match. And we had all three members of Team Bad at commentary.
Yes. All three of them talking some trash.
Bragging about how they were all three there, and no one was deserting anybody on their team.
Yeah. Jimmy actually had to leave ringside for the fact that Naomi was out there. Because Jimmy actually said, it was just after Naomi turned heel that he's like, you know what, she's going to do what she's got to do. I'm not involved in her stuff. She's not involved in mine. So they actually took Jimmy away from ringside while Team Bad was at commentary. Just because they don't want to conflict the heel status of Naomi by putting her next to her babyface husband.
Yeah.
But yeah, great match between PCB and the Bellas. Had a cool, everyone knocks everybody down spot at the end. Brie ends up getting banderas over the top rope and gets knocked to the outside. Charlotte's trying to make the tag. Nikki runs at Charlotte. Charlotte low bridges. She goes through the ropes. And before she can tag Becky, Nikki pulls Becky down. Becky punches Nikki in the face. That's hard to say.
Becky punches Nikki in the face.
Becky then tries to tag Charlotte again, but as she gets back up, she gets clocked by Brie, who then gets rolled up by Charlotte and PCB
in
pick up the win.
Charlotte's web.
Yeah, it's a cool little roll up. I dig it.
I can teach it to you someday.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, awesome match
no
from.
homo.
Yeah, let's keep it that way. Yeah, great match by the girls. Up next we had Seth Rollins talking about the whole issue with Sting.
How he's upset because his statue was wrong.
Yeah.
He didn't expect
I don't wear face paint. I'm not old.
I don't attack myself.
I like this promo from Seth. He sounded such like a spoiled little brat in this that it just...
Because he is a spoiled little brat.
Exactly. he owned his brattiness. It was good. And he talked about how at Night of Champions,
Stepping it up.
he talked about how at Night of Champions it's going to be the Architect versus the Artifact. And
I thought that was
that's a good line.
Kudos to whoever wrote that for Seth.
So yeah, what do you think about the fact that we're officially getting Seth versus Sting?
Honestly, I'm excited.
Me too.
Especially after seeing like how quick Sting was moving.
Yeah.
During his
he hauled ass when he
runoff.
clothesline Seth over the top rope.
Yeah. Sting is one of those guys who seems to know how to really pull it together for a high-profile match, despite the fact that he's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
And he's been wrestling
he's
for
mid-50s?
And he's been wrestling for a long time.
Yeah, he's been wrestling since late 80s?
Mid-80s.
Mid-80s?
So good on you, Sting. This is exciting. I honestly wouldn't even be mad if he won the championship.
No. With the fact that he...
If Brock could do it...
Yeah.
Anybody could.
If Brock and The Rock can do it, and they're just going to go leave for a couple of months, I'm okay with Sting winning. I'd prefer Seth to win, but I'm okay with Sting winning. JoJo...
Mr. Fuji could wheelchair himself down to the ring and win the championship at this point.
JoJo interviewed Sheamus. I don't remember anything he said.
I didn't pay any attention to this.
This was all because he's in the main event. In the main event against Dean Ambrose. Up next, we have Ryback and
JoJo's cute.
So tiny.
That's the only thing I take away from when she interviews Sheamus.
Sheamus and
I think that's not dramatic enough.
She's belly button level on Sheamus.
Pretty much.
It's ridiculous. JoJo is cute. I like JoJo. Ryback and Ziggler versus Rusev and Big Show.
This was a weird pairing.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with it.
It was like...
The main portion of this match revolved around, though, the Rusev and Big Show not getting along over what happened at the 8-man tag on Raw.
Yeah.
With Big Show kind of like being the fumbler for his team.
And then Rusev and Owens beating up Big Show and leaving, and then Big Show getting the ultra mega RKO.
Yeah, which is actually why I was super surprised he showed up on SmackDown. Because I thought that mega RKO was going to be like,
yeah,
be gone for a week.
You actually specifically said on Raw, don't be surprised if you don't see Big Show for a couple of weeks. Big Show's up on SmackDown.
Yeah, no, awesome though. I mean, it's cool. I like Big Show. But yeah, so they did the Big Show started, and they tagged Rusev in, and then like Rusev went over like he's gonna tag Big Show. And they went, no, you're stupid. He even said, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
To the Big Show. Eventually, he got spine-busted by Ryback though, and as that typically happens when you get a spine-buster from Ryback, you want to tag somebody. Tag match or not.
Even if it is the Big Show.
You just want to tag. You want to get out of the ring at that point. So he did tag the Big Show, begrudgingly.
Yes. Big Show came in, and
Ziggler drop kicked him.
Yeah, a couple of times.
Really high, like 6'8" high drop kicks.
And then Big Show, like Ziggler tried to go for the Famouser, but got caught and got hit with the alley-oop.
Yeah, that powerbomb flapjack.
Yeah, which threw me for a fucking loop. And then
it's a move he pulls out about once a year.
Yeah, like I remember when he did it on a regular basis, and I remember some of the big guys that I made in video games had the alley-oop as their finisher. I remember that, but the fact that he only does it every 12 months, he's got one alley-oop a year.
I think he's actually done it twice this year already.
Has he really? Shit.
Yeah.
He's
stepping up his game.
Making a comeback.
Waiting for another solar system flip.
Yeah, no shit. So Ziggler,
He already tried a swanton bomb.
Yes, he did. Ziggler kind of comes to, but ends up getting the knockout punch from Big Show. And Big Show's about to go finish it. Rusev tags himself in and has this cocky the look on his face, he's just looking at Big Show. Rusev, crush!
And then he starts at Ziggler, and as he's yelling crush, he turns to Big Show. He's like,
And he's just got this like, I'm gonna win the match. And he puts the accolade on Ziggler, and Big Show goes, fuck you, and punches Rusev.
And then takes off.
Rusev melts off of Dolph Ziggler, and as Big Show walks away, Dolph Ziggler goes, oh shit, and puts his arm over Rusev, and him and Ryback pick up the win.
I'm hoping what comes out of this is that Big Show and Ziggler will start teaming up. That could be the Zig Show.
Oh my God.
Or the Show-Offs.
Oh!
I just fed you guys 2 good names right there. Take it. Roll with it.
Alright.
Swanton Bomb. Because it's fat.
Then we had Dean and Roman in the back talking. Dean saying, oh, Sheamus, he says, respect the Hawk. What is that? I'm going to go out there, I'm going to teach him to respect my fist, make him respect my boot, make him respect my knee. And Roman's like, alright, just that's it. Yeah, just call it.
When he got all riled up when he talked about the Wyatts, he's like, I hate those Wyatts and backing down and running away.
Roman's like, hey, calm down. Think about your black boot and his pale face. Your boot, his face. Your boot, his face. And I'm gonna go do some rounds and make sure that the Wyatts aren't, hanging out. So then we go into.
What's wrong with hanging out, Roman?
They're the Wyatts. They're creepy. You want creepy people hanging out?
If they can't hang out, what can they do?
Let's find out. We had
Netflix and chill.
We had Sheamus versus Dean Ambrose for the main event.
Boo.
This is a match we've seen before.
Yeah, I hate when we have to associate the word Sheamus and main event.
Dean tries
Except for it's Sheamus lost on main event.
Yes. Dean tries to keep it entertaining. He does. Yeah. He does as much as he can, but Sheamus is in a spot still where he just can't get anything that sticks and is overly exciting.
Are you not entertained by my hawk, which you should respect?
And my silver dingleberries?
Sideburn dingleberries.
Ziggler...
God, sideburn dingleberries. Moscow moose knuckle. That should be a thing.
Team Rusev up with Sheamus?
Nope. That's a terrible idea.
I'm
sorry for involving you in that, Rusev. Hypothetically.
Ambrose is about to get the win. He hits a really big rebound clothesline. And he's about to go over and pick up Sheamus and probably hit Dirty Deeds. But we get the Wyatt family
scramble. Call it the TV scramble.
TV scramble. Lights come back on. And all 3 members of the Wyatt family are standing around the ring. And
Dean's like, where'd my tank top go?
Well, he took it off earlier in the match.
But he forgot.
Okay.
Yeah. It just happens sometimes.
Okay.
Well, Dean, he's in such a flurry all the time. He doesn't really pay attention to what's going on. He just swings and hopes to hit something.
Well, instead...
But he goes, he's like, everybody's like, and he goes, where's my tank top? Why are these guys so concerned about my tank top? Oh, there's the Wyatt family. Shit.
Well, Dean, you weren't even wearing a tank top. You were wearing a Dirty Deeds muscle shirt.
Yeah. That's why I got confused.
And you shouldn't worry about...
He thought he had a tank top underneath the shirt.
And you shouldn't worry about the Wyatts because he turned into a bro kick and he lost to Sheamus.
Shame on you, WWE.
Sheamus on you, WWE.
No, I want Sheamus off of you, WWE.
Sheamus ends up leaving. The Wyatts start to circle around Dean. They're getting ready to go for the kill. Roman Reigns' music hits. Roman Reigns comes running down the ramp and jumps off of the stairs and punches Luke Harper in the face. And he tries to face off against Braun Strowman. And he punches him in the face, but Braun goes, hey, guess what? I punch harder. And he punches Roman. And Roman goes, okay, well, I can try and punch harder. Boom! And Braun goes, no, see, I can still punch harder. And he beats the fuck out of Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Gets him in his chokehold again. And he ends up doing the Hero's Welcome, which, watching him pick up Roman Reigns is ridiculous. Just, you had me rewind it. And
yeah.
when we,
it's no effort.
because he is legitimately a strong man. Like one of the
we watched him deadlift like 740 some pounds.
Crap. That's ridiculous. This dude's scary.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could try and insert a clip or at least link.
Yeah! Come on! Come on, hands! Come on! Yeah! Finish, hands!
It's scary. Yeah, it's.
I can't wait to see him gorilla press somebody.
I'm really interested to see what how he wrestles, what his wrestling looks like. I'm not overly sold on the big guy gimmick, overly powering, but this guy is ridiculously strong.
Well, yeah, it works. It's a lot easier to believe when you know the guy comes from a legit powerlifting background.
Like Mark Henry.
Yeah.
Mark Henry we can believe because he legitimately is one of the strongest men in the world.
Yeah, and this guy, Braun Strowman, is also insanely strong.
Yeah. So
there might be an annotation of him moving a car. We just want to show this guy off.
Yeah.
So you guys know how legit this guy really can be.
He's scary. And I'm just
careful though, because in not Wyatt family life, he's much less beardy, and sometimes he dances.
Let's hope there's not a clip of that one. But that's it for the Smackdown Rundown. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. Go back through that playlist because we got all kinds of reviews this week.
Write in the comments if you missed my beard. I'm missing it.
I don't. It makes me jealous because I can't grow one.
And don't forget to clink all the licks.
Clink them licks.
Facebook, Tumblr, Reddit, Instagram, Twitter, email.
All them stuffs.
You talked about the playlist already.
Yeah. And we got indie news coming up this
indie
Monday.
News will come up, and it will be the bowler results.
Because when this goes up, it is Friday. This is day one of Bola. Bola begins today, finishes on Sunday, and we will have results for you this coming Monday.
Fantastico.
And be sure to join us next week because Thomas is bringing back his top 5, the August edition.
What?
Because September starts next week, motherfuckers. We heading back to Dudleyville to put some more Wastelandians through tables. Thanks for watching Smackdown. We'll see you guys at Indie News.
Oh, my brother, testify.